Good afternoon. My name is Devendra Prasad. I'm a student and I'm doing my 5-minute video on drug addiction and what it leads to as far as crime and why and how does it affect the body. Here's my ID, student ID. All right. So basically, illicit drugs basically affects the body tremendously. As far as heart rate, blood pressure, physical aspect of it, even to the brain. It gives chronic brain diseases. It's different types of things can happen to somebody's bodies, from their lungs to like meth can also make pimples come out of all the chemicals that's in the meth. Would come pouring out of pimples and cold and sores and all that type of stuff, and they smell of gases and things of that nature. Um, it essentially, you're putting toxins into your body, and your body is not meant to have brake fluid into your body, or crack cocaine that is mixed with baking soda and baking powder and stuff like that. That's making it go into your body, and it can tolerate it for so long until you end up putting too much into your body over time, and you end up reducing your lifespan from what it would be as a normal person with who doesn't do drugs to a person who does do drugs. Um, it gives them certain highs at certain times, and essentially that's what they're looking for, is that high. So they're putting all these type of toxins into their body, and they're getting addicted to it because now their body wants it, and they're are trying to seek for a high that makes them feel invincible, makes them put their problems away, makes them put their worries away that they have, all types of things that they do, and this happens to people in all different neighborhoods. That people get to different types of drugs. Some people try to do it as a social thing and end up becoming affected as far as addicted, especially with the most illicit drugs, like heroin, cocaine, meth. All these things are, they create hallucinations into their minds, and they end up start abusing it and starting to want the drugs more, despite the fact that it's messing their body up. They don't care about that at the fact. They don't care about their health. They don't care about anything. They would not sleep for days. They would not eat for days. They would, even weeks at a time. Um, as far as it driving them to do crime, definitely it drives them to do crime just to seek for that high. They are gonna go to extra, limits to just to acquire the drug, just to get that high. They don't care about the negative consequences that comes with it. They don't care about anything. They want that high, and that's all they want. It's like they will do anything just to get that high, and as soon as that high gets done, they're ready to go again. They continuously they want it, they want it, they want it, they want it. So murder, rape, robbing, burglary, and anything that they have to do, they will go steal just to try to go and get the drugs. They would take a brand new 2019 BMW. They probably got that as a gift. They would take that car, go sell it to a dealer for maybe $1,000 just to get drugs, and it'll be $1,000 worth of drugs just to get that crack, just to go smoking off for a whole week, date right after another. It might be less than a week, probably in 2 days. They smoked all $1,000 worth of crack, and then they give their car away, or gives their friend's car away, their mother's car away, give somebody's car away just to go and get the drugs. And that's the type of things that happens with these drugs, and how it drives them to do crime. They would also go, most of them is in poverty. They'll go and try to commit robbery against somebody, just to get $10 to go and buy the drugs. They'll sit there, they're not thinking in their right mindset. They're thinking about the drugs, and so they're so addicted. They'll go and most of the time they'll try to rob somebody, and they're not in their right mindset, and they end up killing the person, and then they still go and get the drugs, and then they get caught, and the whole thing was all because they wanted to go feed their habit and get drugs. So, as far as drugs and affecting their body, and then affecting what drives them to go commit crimes. I mean, they're basically messing their bodies up, putting different types of toxins. You don't even know what being laced out there. You don't even know what's in there. Sometimes they get fake drugs, and they're smoking wax. I mean, there's so many different things, but they're basically putting toxins in their body, and obviously your body's not meant to take toxins, so they're just filling their bodies up with toxin, and then eventually their organs shut down. Their liver shuts down, kidney shuts down, this shuts down. It's just like alcohol. You drink too much alcohol every day for your whole life, guess what? You're going to have liver cirrhosis. Your liver shuts down. It's just like drugs, except it's on a 10 times different scale, because drugs, you're putting so much of an amount into your body at one time. So that's that. Then from your body, not only that, they're driven to do crime because they want to go and fulfill that desire of having that high that they get from whatever it is. They have low self-esteem, and the drugs helps them feel like they're in the clouds, and they're not worried about, and they're looking down on people, or from they got marital problems, or they got house problems, or what the case may be, and then they be turned to drugs, and then now they got the most problems in the world, because now they have to fight addiction, and they can't fight it because they're so addicted to it, and they want to go get the next high, so they commit any type of crime, whatever they have to do to go, even sex. Some females, or even males, they'll have sex to have drugs. They don't even know what they're, who they're having sex with or what. They just do it just to go get drugs. So, yeah, that's my take on how drugs affects the body, and how drugs actually how it drives